Shalom and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn Tracy and this is day 2 of the 21-day prayer challenge. Make sure you're following me on Instagram as well, Dawn Tracy LPC, so you can see the prayer prompts. Every day at 7 a.m. Central, you will get the prompt or the focus for the day in our prayer time, as well as the scripture or scripture verses that I connected to those prayer points. The videos here on YouTube are designed for us to just break down the scripture more and to dig deeper into the scripture focus and how it relates to the prayer prompt. Today, the prayer focus is to have a deeper intimacy with God. There are 2 verses that I have for this prompt. One is from the book of James in chapter 4, verse 8, and the other is Jeremiah 29:13. James 4 verse 8 says, "Come near to God and he will come near to you." Some versions say, "Draw near to God and he will draw near to you." Jeremiah 29:13 says, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." In James 4, the emphasis really is living a pure life. The emphasis is living the right kind of life before the Lord. It's important to mention that James isn't doing this from like this judgmental place or this kind of woe is you place. The warning against the worldliness is really because of James's desire for the people of God to be close and in right relationship with the Lord. And so James, when he says like, you know, chill out with all this sinning, right? Don't give in to the world temptation. Instead, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. It's more like God will be your help. It's more like he's saying, don't go into temptation. Resist that. Right? Resist the enemy, but draw to God, push into the Lord, and he will come to you. He will meet you there in that place. So James is not being judgy. He's actually been very encouraging. And so in his challenge, there isn't harshness, there's love. So when James is saying, you know, draw near to God and he will draw near to you, he's wanting them to just live a better life in that close relationship with God. But when he says it, what he alludes to and what he teaches us though, is that in relationship with the Lord is a mutual thing that's taking place. Both parties are doing something. God isn't sitting up there in his throne looking at us like, come on, keep trying, you will get here. It's not what he's doing. He's actively participating in this relationship. And so when we are chasing after him, guess what? He's chasing after us. When we are pursuing God, he is pursuing us. We have this reciprocal chase and this reciprocal pursuit in our relationship with God. And so when we are seeking after deeper intimacy with the Lord, the beautiful thing about it is we don't have to work that hard to get close to him because he's going to meet us there. We just have to draw near. And he wants to be close to you. He wants to give you this abundant grace. He wants to love you. Draw near and he will draw near to you. Resist that sin and find yourself into the presence of the Lord. That's what James is saying here. Now in Jeremiah 29 verse 13, the people of God in the context in which they were living is very similar to what the people were dealing with in James. So in James, they were in the diaspora because they were being persecuted. But in Jeremiah, they were in a type of diaspora because they were living in exile because they had been conquered due to their sin. They had been conquered by Babylon in Jeremiah, the people of Judah, and so they had been forced out of their land. They were living in exile. And Jeremiah was prophesying to the people of God while in exile. And in this particular chapter, verse 29, God is speaking to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah is telling the people of God the Lord's plan to restore them. And so that's why when we quote Jeremiah 29:11 is so powerful, because the Lord is saying, look, my plans were never to harm you. My plans were always for you to prosper. My plans are still my plans. In that same context of 29:11, that same promise, that I'm going to restore you, he says to them, you will seek me and you will find me if you seek me with all your heart. And I imagine that when the Lord is speaking through Jeremiah and saying, come back to me with all your heart, seek me, you're going to find me. I'm here. I'm right here. Just seek me out. You're going to find me. And so seek the Lord and he will be found by you. That's another verse. I believe that one is in Isaiah 55. So as you pray for deeper intimacy with God, make this an act of prayer. And so I believe that if you seek after him and you draw near to him and you draw close to him, seeking a deeper, more intimate relationship with him, I believe that he will show up there for you. Pray this scripture back to him. Remind him what his word says. I believe that it's the Lord's desire to be close with you. And I also believe that his desire is to restore you in the same way that he restored the people of God in Jeremiah. I believe that his desire is that he exalts you up from that humble place, just like he said in James. And so I pray that you will have this amazing and beautiful encounter with the Lord on today. Look for him, search for him, and he will be found by you, like it says in Isaiah. So I pray that this video was a blessing to you. It's just day 2, not too late. Share this video with someone else. Tell them about the challenge. We still have 19 more days. So invite people to join in on this challenge, and let's get closer to God together. And I will see you here, same time, same place, tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Time for day 3 of the 21-day prayer challenge.